All right. So we are back at it once again. So I had a conversation, with a guy, and he tells me, he doesn't like black women. So the thing is, it's quite annoying because this is just a reflection of spiritual warfare. So, it's kind of like what it's telling me is like individuals, there's a man, and it's kind of like he wants me to feel bad for being a black woman. He wants me to feel bad about how I look. He wants me to feel bad. So it's just like, okay, well, whatever. So, of course, when talking to this dude, well, I mean, there's a lot of men, that come up to me and say that they don't like black women, but there are a lot of men who prefer black women. So it's kind of like, I believe that I've said these things before, so I just don't understand why this individual thinks that the things that they think and how they feel about me or black women or whatever is going to affect me. I'm proud of who I am. I love who I am. And once again, stop bringing this racist shit to me. And I say that, but in all actuality, I'm the only one who can really deal with people's racism and their hate. Well, because I understand, and if people have preferences, so if a black woman is not your preference, then it's not your preference, and you shouldn't feel bad for what you prefer or what you like. There are some black women to where I can understand why men say that they don't like black women, but at the same time, there are some really great black women out there. They just haven't encountered them, they just have like a bias. That is their judgment. One thing I know about men are very judgmental. So at this point in time, it's kind of like, to me, most men are idiots to me, you know what I mean? Because they are judgmental, which means that they lack discernment. You know. So um I mean, yeah, I just feel like people have their preference. You have the right to like what you like. I've had issues to where, I'm dealing with a white guy and I have to take so much flack from black guys or even black women. And it's just like you don't even know this person. You don't even know them as a person. You don't know them in the way, you know what I'm saying? You just so I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Are we supposed to do a reading or something? You know? And let's say if I had a love interest and he doesn't like black women, well, it's kind of the same feeling if a man were to tell me he's gay, right? If he doesn't like black women, then there's nothing that I can do about that. Like if a man tells me that he's gay, there's nothing that I can do about that. That's telling me, well, for one, I'm going to appreciate the honesty because it's kind of like, I don't want my time wasted. I don't want somebody, like, why would you be with somebody that you don't want to be with? I talk a lot about relationships. So it's kind of like, I contradict myself on a lot of things as a self teacher, but, I just do not be contradicting myself unintelligently because it's kind of a contradiction because I sit up here and I talk about relationships and all this type of stuff and not discriminating. And then it's kind of like somebody is trying to, it's like, why would you think I would be upset about something like that? If a man tells me he's gay, it's like, oh, well, shit. I can't compete with that because I don't have a dick. You know what I'm saying? If a man doesn't like black women, well, I can't compete with that because, I'm not anything else but black. I don't want to compete. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't really want to be with me, who's not attracted to me, who doesn't desire me. So I'm not going to take that personal. If anything, I'm going to appreciate it because it's kind of like, well, thanks for letting me know, like, right away. You know what I mean? So I'm not sitting up here developing these feelings. I'm not sitting up here, I'm not getting into you. You know what I mean? One thing about me, I love what loves me. I want what wants me genuinely. So this is where the appreciation comes from. You understand what I'm saying? Because, I dated a dude and I found out he was on the down low. And, I wasn't upset. I was more so sad because it's kind of like, well, we could have been like connected on a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? Other than this fake ass romance that we've got going on, we could have really like established a friendship. So, I was upset and I was disappointed about that. Like I was young. I believe I was like 19 at that age. Because, when you hear something like that, it's kind of, see, I use protection with him all the time too. So, there was nothing for me to be afraid of. There was nothing for me to worry about, like that situation made me actually appreciate myself more for being responsible with dealing with this dude. It's kind of like a switch. I don't know how to explain it. The switch just goes off because it's kind of like, once the truth is given, you cut people off emotionally from you. You know what I'm saying? You should just already have the integrity and the honesty to stand up for yourself about what you want, what you like, and what you prefer. And yeah, of course, black women get upset when they hear that people don't prefer black women. They don't like black women. Well, some of them get upset. Some of them don't. Many of them, I feel like, could care less because it's kind of like, well, who wants to deal with somebody, that's not going to love on them. But I believe you do have some women to where, yes, they would be very sad. It just depends on their self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I know about men, men always want to control a woman emotionally, and they always want to control her self-worth, like how she sees herself, about how she feels about herself. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I'm not going to let anybody make me turn against myself. I can't help that I was born black. God chose me to be black. God loves me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, if you ain't got no love for me, you ain't got no love for God. And that's what that racist shit is full of hate. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hatred. But, racism, it does bring out certain truths in people. So, I don't know, honey. So, my thing is, you like what you like, and you deserve to have what you want. Just like when I was dating guys outside of my race and had to deal with outside people's hatred, like, I like this person. This was a great person. And yeah, it hurt my feelings because I'm just like, I got all this love for this person and I'm being surrounded around all of this hate for loving this person. So yeah, that shit would make me sad. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. I understand. So, I mean, because I just kind of feel like somebody's trying to be spiteful towards me. Like I said, trying to make me feel some type of way about myself. You're never going to be able to do that. Because I'm going to always choose myself before you. Okay? So anyway, this is the projection. So is this my reading, right? So somebody is trying to project onto me that I'm promiscuous. So this is what they think about black women. They think black women are promiscuous. They're sneaky. They're liars. They don't have any integrity. They don't hold compassion, and they don't know their strength. Okay. In some cases, some black women absolutely don't know their strength. But at the same time, your ideal of what strength is does not hold weight in God's eyes. What God says and deems as strength is strength. You're just a man with an opinion, right? We keep talking about how men are very judgmental, and they are, especially when it comes to women. Okay, so right, this person is projecting like cruelty. With the Nine of Swords here, they're projecting cruelty onto me. So they're talking in the spirit. They're talking, and subliminally, their words are being targeted towards me. So whatever they're thinking, whatever they're saying, it has something to do with me and how they feel about me. Okay, but you need to understand that your opinion of me does not affect or dictate me or who I am. And you can be as cruel as you want, because I see that there's a woman here. So your woman may be putting pressure on you, and you see, now look, you sitting up here trying to come for me, but your woman is showing the characteristics and qualities that you don't like in black women. And what is she doing? She's oppressing you to where you feel like you have to put one person down in order to lift her up. Okay, I pick up there are money issues going on with y'all, and she's very emotionally irrational. She's all over the place. She's unhealthy. She's sick. There's something going on with her. Okay, so once again, this is what I'm saying. This is shit I be talking about, because look at what that woman is turning you into. She's turning you into a cowardly lion. You know that that's not who you are. And you know that you really don't want to make me feel that way about myself. And there's a part of you that knows that you can't. And you already knew that I knew that this woman was going to pop up in here. Because when men, women are controlling, their men, they're manipulating their men. And men feel like they have to be loyal to their woman, rather they're wrong or rather they're right. What I have seen is that women bring men down, and unfortunately, it's been many cultures. It's not just black. So if your woman is not black, it's kind of like everything that you're trying to project onto me, that is the representation of your woman. So you don't see me clearly, and you don't see that woman clearly. And there's a younger man here, because, she's putting all this pressure on you because there's a younger man that she wants. And she's upset because whatever is going on with her, she can't get to that younger man. And she's sitting up here and she's putting pressure on you and she's trying to make you attack me, and it's kind of like, and this is the shit I be talking about, because now you're going to get that shit back tenfold, brother. And your woman is going to be responsible for that, as well as you must take accountability too, because you chose to do it. So who is the weak one? Who is the coward one? Is it me, or is it you and your woman? Right. And see, she's sitting up here doing all of this because she's heartbroken by a man that you don't even know about, that she wants. She don't even want you, which is why she's disrespecting you and she's dragging you like trash. And you look at me, well, I feel like it's her. She looks at me as if I'm the trash can and she's trying to throw you away onto me. I'm just saying, okay? So when it comes to me, my reputation stands. Ace of Swords, the crown of truth. We have to tell the truth in order to cut this attachment. This situation is just. I'm going to be getting exactly what I deserve, and that is good karma. And you, this woman, y'all are going to receive karma tenfold, and that is what you deserve. Okay? So, I mean, so your woman must not be black. So, I mean, she's intimidated by black women. But my thing is, sometimes men will get with a woman and it's kind of like, oh, because I got with a guy, he was Filipino, and he told me he don't like Filipino women. He don't like Filipino women because he was with a woman for like a Filipino woman for 9 years. He ended up finding out that she was having like a spiritual affair, right? She wasn't physically dealing with this dude, but emotionally he had her. And she was also sending him money. And this dude, he was in the Philippines. So his experience with that, he's just like, oh, I don't like Filipino women. So I can understand, due to certain experiences an individual may have had, you may make a judgment. It's not a discernment, but it is a judgment. Like I said, time and time again, men are very judgmental. Okay? So, it's unfortunate that people have certain experiences and they just decide what they decide. But I mean, if that's you being true to you, then be that, then do that. I know with a lot of interracial couples that they have a hard time with dealing with their partners, opposite, the opposite sexed race. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew a white girl, she loved black men, but she was very intimidated by black women. So, but it's kind of like something is not right there, right? Because for a long time, I've never really been racist, but as a young girl, like teenage years, I was into all type of guys. And, I went to a predominantly white school, so most of the guys were white. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I had my share of white guys, right? And for a while, because most of them said the same thing, that, their moms don't want them dating a black girl, right? So for a while, I was very hurt, very traumatized by that. But then I began to heal myself. And when I encountered a white guy after I healed myself, I began to actually, kind of open myself up more to white people, you know? And even though that didn't last, that didn't work, I didn't revert back into feeling hurt, feeling like I wasn't good enough, or feeling low or anything like that. Like, I didn't revert back to that. To me, he was no longer just a white man. He was a man. A man that I encountered that came, the shit didn't work. So we departed. Just like if I was to date a black man and we broke up and we departed. Of course, my feelings were involved, but I didn't react off of my feelings or my emotions. I was actually more open minded, to white folks. So, I just began to practice. Like, once I had that realization, I just began to practice. I've opened myself to Hispanic guys, Asian guys, white guys, Native American, Italian. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not gonna cause any self-hate. Obviously, that's what your woman is going through. And the thing is that she's making you miserable with her, and she doesn't even really care about you. She just wants to use you as a weapon against me. When in all actuality, she's taking her issues out on the both of us because she wants to be with another man. And this is how women make fools out of men. And this is how women bring men down. And this is how they humiliate and embarrass them. And you're sitting up here trying to color code it. You think that you're trying to do everything that you can to secure your insecure woman. She's not even insecure based off of you. She's tired of you. She wants you to have a whole bunch of drama going on and for you to be distracted so she could try to deal with her feelings and emotions, dealing with her health and with her broken heart that she feels from this man. Obviously, this man knows me, and she feels like this man is going to come towards me, which means that she showed this man to me. She's been talking and gossiping, and just like with anybody else who's showing people my social medias and all this type of stuff, motherfuckers begin to kind of see who I really truly am. Because when you're not jealous, you see somebody for who they are instead of what you want to see them for. And because you're jealous, you don't want to see anything good or beautiful or anything real about that person. You just want them to be what you want them to be, which is something negative and something bad because of your jealousy. So my thing is, this young man is smart enough to know that he cannot approach me because I'm already going to know that he's linked to that woman. I'm going to feel it. I don't have to know who this bitch is. I don't have to know, nigga, who you are. But when I feel the shit, I'm going to know. And obviously, this person, this young man, he knows. Which means that I'm starting to kind of see why she's so heartbroken and why she want this man. Because it seemed like this young man is a little more sharper and smarter than you. I feel like, he's honest too. You used to be honest. but she doesn't make an honest man out of you. So tell me about this young person. Tell me about this young guy. Because my thing is that if he's smart, it seems like he's smart. He's gonna already know he can't come towards me. So she looks dumb and she's holding on. She's regretful. She's mourning because I feel like she was trying to get away from you. I feel like she had a big plan. She had a big plan to shit on you behind your back. Now she feels stuck. You know, she may be pregnant and that baby ain't yours. And sooner or later, you're going to find out. And she know that her life is going to be like the fuck over. That young man was her ticket, was her way out. She probably thought by getting pregnant by him that she would be able to keep him or hold on to him. You know what I'm saying? Because when you find out that that baby is not yours, she already know it's going to be hell to pay and you're probably not going to want her. And she doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. She doesn't know where she wants to go. She never imagined or pictured her life going this way or in this route. She's absolutely, completely lost. This young man ghosted her. I know you saw that picture of her in her phone. That beautiful, elegant, sexy, naked picture of her. And you questioned it because you don't understand why she's taking those pictures and you don't have a copy of it. Tell me about this young man, because she wants to know about this young man. She wants to hear. That's probably why she's using you, because she's to the point she's so desperate she don't even care. She wants to hear about this man. So let's tell her about this man. This young man, he showed up to her in a way to where, so he's a king, but he showed up as a knight. So he's more than, he's way more than what he showed her. He has the magician here too. Oh, so he's talented. Wow, so she made a big mess. She humiliated herself. She humiliated this young man. And the thing is that right now she's so apologetic for what she did. She is in so much regret for what she did, how she showed herself. Because even if she could get in touch with this young man again, she already showed her ass. You know, this is telling me your woman is very controlling. It's giving me narcissism. She's very controlling. And when she couldn't get what she wanted from this man, and the way that she tried to force situations onto him to make him be there, to make him stay. I mean, he didn't appreciate that, right? So when she didn't get what she wanted, she went to war with him. Now that everything's over and done with, she's extremely sad. Uh-oh, somebody here. Okay, so anyway, so she, she wants to know what this man is sitting back. He may be watching your social media. He may be watching her social media. And he's sitting around gossiping about the two of you, making fun of the two of you. He knows that that woman is not who she says that she is. He also knows that you, sir, are not who you say that you are. He's tired. He's exhausted. Like, this woman took him through a lot of shit. And he's disgusted because she stood by you. Right? And another way, she's making a fool out of you. She stood by you to go against him. But when she was connecting to him, she was talking shit about you to him. So he's over it. He is not attracted to her. He's not attracted to you. He knows that you are not who you portray yourself to be. So as of right now, he's sitting around gossiping, like dogging y'all. Okay? So your woman is sitting up here thinking about how she should have been wiser. She got the 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Magician. So with you trying to sit here and attack me, this makes her feel better. Okay? But it's about to flip on both of y'all. So she's about to go back to feeling how she felt before. It gives her pleasure that I can read the fuck out of you. And she likes the fact that you're humiliated in front of me. She knew that I knew what she was going through and what she was up to. So I guarantee she didn't think that I knew all of that stuff about that young man, though. She wasn't expecting that. Right? So right now, she can tell that I'm addressing some shit. But when she hears what I have to say, then she's going to be completely thrown off and upset once again. And you're going to look like an idiot once again. And then on top of that, the both of you are going to have to deal with this karma. Okay? So we're going to wrap it up there. Until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.